A ban on the privacy coins in South Korea is coming from 2021 March. And it can be like other nations will follow the suit. Why is that important for you? Because the utility in the financial infrastructure is key for survival of these digital assets. And for Ripple and XRP, it is certain that it has the utility, certainly on the right path, and it will acquire its market share soon with this utility, as it is understood that they are building the roads and bridges and railways for the new vehicle to move around connecting digital fiats. It will take out its market share. And it won't take much time from here, as I clearly see the utility is standing above the mountain of doubts. Individuals are coming out and showing the real world use cases. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. If you saw value for your time, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. We have a lot of news to cover today which shows the potential of this asset class. But not every asset in this asset class have the same potential, because each and every asset is defined differently. If you are looking at privacy coin, yes, they can still be used for money transfer. But as they have more privacy, the governments will define it as privacy coins and they will keep it aside. So if you want to invest in an asset which will survive this war, you have to look a lot longer. And that takes us to a lot of different outcomes which we have to already think, calculate in our mind and set our positions portfolio accordingly. Nothing huge happening with the price. As you can see on a 4-hour chart from early September, it's still moving in the same path. The price is consolidating after its gains to the upside before that. So it's still in a consolidation phase after that pump. Now, at the same time, if you look at what really is happening around the globe, there is a lot going on, but the price is still kind of stagnant, you can see. Why? Because the price doesn't actually mix with what is happening in the world. Yes, we understand the value should be higher and that value should reflect in the price. When these outcomes are coming out, and these are clearly being laid out, it has to be satisfied that the value of this asset class will be coming into the price. Now listen to this, you'll actually understand a little more about the infrastructure.
We worked with, we're working with about 120 banks around the world, and we've gone for the infrastructure day one, and that's really brought us a very long way. The prize is, you get this right, you change everything. It's just transformational.
So you get it right, then you change the industry. And the change is happening in the industry. If you look at money transfers, you can actually understand. CEO of BRD Wallets and SBI Ripple Asia is highlighting this. I've got daily reports on all the transfers. You have to understand. And these are from regions like Japan, South Korea and other overseas places, and they clearly understand that the use case of this asset is way beyond speculation. So now think about the price in 2017 highs. So that was just speculation. Now he is highlighting that the real use case is way beyond the speculation. So if it is even 10 times, say next high should be $30 to $40. Now we don't actually know how much that would be. If we try to project it, it would still be speculation. But understand, last time the highs of $3.8 was speculation. And this time the utility is way beyond that. And now you are watching different governments coming out and stating, we have to make our way, provide clear regulations so that these companies can come in and provide these services in our country. So Islamic Republic of Iran is citing this one, and they are shuffling inside their cabinet for amendment. The amendment had been jointly proposed by the CBI and the cabinet previously. So here, what that change really means is, the change means legally mined cryptocurrency in Iran can only be exchanged if used to fund imports from other nations. Now, do you really understand something? Miners will supply cryptocurrency directly to the CBI with an authorized limit. Now, if US and other nations are, sanctioning some countries and they are still using these mined coins, and they are still mining these because they have a lot of energy, kind of a little bit cheap energy, how will the world react to this? So one side you can see and say they are moving towards adoption in many different ways, but at the same time, they are using it for another type of purpose. They are using Bitcoin for the imports. So even though the local economy would be benefiting, the international economy would be looking like, that mining thing, which is majority controlled by Chinese miners, are kind of making trouble for US and their allies. So that can actually come and reflect in a negative manner when it comes to regulations. But still, yes, we already understand that US has already stated BTC, Ether and other Chinese mine coin like that has its own value. So, the investors are moving into it. Because if you look at here, banks are now asking if BTC can help them stay relevant. Now, why do they think in that manner? If you take this quote, we've been talking to banks and asset managers who are asking, what do we do? Is Bitcoin maybe part of the answer of how we stay relevant? How we keep assets under management? Because if you look at the companies which are providing cryptocurrency services like Grayscale, you can see their assets under management is booming. It was in millions, now entering in billions. So it is like a bubble and it is increasing. And as the economy on the other side will get deflated and have that huge correction, on this side, yes, initially we would go down, but after that, it would be a massive pump in this market. Now, for example, the other day, I gave a presentation to bank board of directors and Bitcoin was in one of my kind of presentation points. I was just talking about financial monetary policy, and then one of the first things they asked when I was done was, what do I think about Bitcoin? So you have to think about that. He didn't actually present anything about that, but the question came back about it. So now they are noticing this asset class. And when they are noticing this asset class and regulators are stepping in, they are first looking to safeguard how they can govern, how they can do it clearly if there are privacy coins which they can't track. Like say previously we heard a news from US that they are going to track down privacy coins like Monero. And we were kind of thinking, it's a government sector who's stating that they would be tracking down such an initiative from private sector, which, they can just say it, but it's really hard to implement. But in South Korea, things are different. They are way more high on technology. And if they say they are going to do that, that means they already have prepared the framework to do that. Thus, this tweet from Kevin kind of have a lot of value. Because as he says, he is a utility maximalist. And we all believe in the utility of XRP as we see real life adoption and real life existence, right? The use case is existing now. And this tweet from Kevin also highlights, it's a previous scenario, but still it shows how this is all turning out. Because when they talk about that joint group and then highlight 25 member banks, look at those names. Do that looks familiar for you guys? Now jump into Ripple's partnerships and see how many of them are there. Then jump into Ripple's pilot and experimental projects and see how many of them are there. Now that gives a lot of advantage for Ripple the company and Ripple's or XRP the asset. And as they stated, from day one they were jumping in for the financial infrastructure and they are clearly building that infrastructure. Brazil highlights they could have central bank digital currency just in 2 years. So that is by 2023. Now, do understand Bahamas, China and other nations are already rolling this out. And within the next 2 years, 3 years, a lot of central banks are going to come out with their own digital fiat. And that is where they built roads, railways and bridges to connect this infrastructure to vehicle currency like XRP to bridge between digital fiats become a lot more valuable. Continuing through the next article, say as this shows, Ripple customer BBVA teams up with Amazon and Bloomberg to expand its equity business. So as we can see, the use cases, the expansion, the areas where they are concentrating is increasing. They first were just looking at payments, precisely for just the low value, high frequency payments. Then they were trying to lean in towards the lending side. Then now working on the equity markets. So everything connected to a financial infrastructure which has back-end processing like settlement of any type of settlement. It can actually help using this technology because they are going to save time using this technology because the interest in blockchain is increasing. The transaction, as they highlight here, from US to Mexico is like booming, and they are using this technology literally to do that. And practically they are seeing the benefits of using that. Now, crypto strategist maps Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP and others are going to go high. Analyzes when altcoins will wake up. Now, this is particularly based on what that analyst thinks about these asset class and different assets. Now, he tells his 82,000 followers that he believes breaching resistance of 14, if it can hold above that level, is there. And now we see that the price is, flirting with that 14K mark. Now, when that volatility is coming in, you have to understand there can be a lot of issues because if that kind of such a volatility is pumping in and it may kind of, even move around that area. If it gets rejected, that's a huge caution there. Because if you jump in and then check the BTC chart, say if you jump in on 4-hour BTC chart to take a look at it closely and then understand the current scenario, you can see that there is a resistance line pumping up, but it kind of looks like we are just breaking above that resistance too. Now, that's on a shorter time frame, right? So if you zoom out, say jump onto a daily chart and then take a look at this particular area, you can see this area as a resistance previously where the price was rejected and it gave a double top and then moved all the way back towards 4,200. Now, this time we are watching that level closely. If it is not giving a fake out, it is moving to the upside, closing up and continuing up, say 14.5, 15K. That's a symbol that the price of BTC is up towards touching or flirting with this all-time high of 20,000 and then moving towards a new all-time high. And when Bitcoin does this, keep in your mind that Bitcoin dominance would be increasing and alts would suffer. Because if you look at the same, say if you're jumping into the Bitcoin dominance chart, last time we highlighted here clearly that Bitcoin dominance is going to rise. And last time when we breached this area, I highlighted if we retest and bounce from here, keep an eye because the alts are going to suffer. And you can see that literally is happening. If you take the standard deviation, connect these, say it would be a little bit above connecting this top here and here. Right now you are at that standard deviation point. So if we are getting rejected from here, then yes, the BTC dominance would be decreasing a bit. That doesn't mean BTC would be going to 10,000. BTC can hover around 12.5K to 14K for some time, taking a breather, and that would reduce the dominance of Bitcoin. And by the time Bitcoin kind of moves between 14 to 12.5, the dominance would come here. And that would give a lot of room for the altcoins to run to the upside. Because if you look at the altcoin dominance instead, what you can see here is that the price is kind of showing you a flag pattern. Now, remember, this is on a daily chart and we have already breached the previous high here and flirting with this level of support resistance. See, this level was a support previously, resistance, and here it's acting as a support. So as we have previously shown way back here from that August-September term, that we are entering into a consolidation phase after this accumulation. And that really looks like, if you move on to a 3-day or a weekly chart, you can clearly understand that it is a flag pattern after this impulsive move to the upside. So what is following? Usually after the correction, it should be an impulsive move again to the upside. So what we just saw in the Bitcoin dominance can actually play out, and it will give the altcoins a lot of room to run to the upside. Now, that is kind of the analysis from my end. Digital Assets Daily highlighted this one in his tweet. ErisX unit gets OK from CFTC for fully collateralized swaps. Now, if you look at this, CFTC, SEC and other organizations are a little bit slow, but they are moving in slowly, but at least providing a little bit of clarity now, because they understand that the market wants these assets. As Brian Brooks previously highlighted, market really needs this kind of assets, and they are working on this. So, leading crypto exchange Binance is supporting new DeFi, decentralized finance projects, that allows traders to earn revenue by supplying and borrowing crypto assets. Now, we kind of see this, say, from BlockFi and other organizations trying to bring in new investments, new type of products for customers. And this lending platform is actually looking at BTC, XRP, BNP, and Kava, USDX, and others. So, initially, as they are supporting this, there is no Ethereum. Instead, XRP is there. Usually what we see is like the opposite. BTC, Ether and others would be there. XRP never used to be there, right? They kind of, at least hide XRP, or they don't want to, highlight XRP. Now here it is being highlighted with Bitcoin, which kind of, increases the chance that they do understand the utility of the asset is kicking up. Because at the time banks are bracing for a big bang, when they're switching 80 trillion worth of swaps, there would be a lot of role for XRP to play. Because in order to cover these, they can use those dormant capital. And they will have to do that. Because on the adoption side, if you look at the other area, they are moving way into the crypto. Chinese payments giant UnionPay to support crypto spending with new virtual card. So on the other eye of the world, they are adopting crypto. They are moving into new products a lot faster than this side. So in order for the banks to stay relevant, they would be looking at this asset class. Now, to unlock that dormant capital, they can't just go into this asset class and choose any asset. They'll have to look at the use case, and that's where these kind of use cases really matters. Generally, if you look at XRP on a weekly chart like this, it's been on a bearish terms from a long run, right? So most of the investors here or traders here may be newbies, which we can see here, right? And from the comment section and others, I do understand that. So what I would like to say, you guys, if you have been here from last 6 months, a year, you would be looking at this particular area. But those guys who are here from this time period, they understood that the market has a lot of volatility to offer. And if you have been taking profits here or selling your positions here, you would understand that the volatility gives you the profitability. Now, this is at a point where the price of this asset has already went hugely down, say 96% down. 97% to be precise, and right now it's 94% down. So would you sell an asset which has already came down 94%? At least for me, I won't choose that option. So what would be the best way to position yourself for the next market cycle? Because if you generally look, it's clear that the correction phase, impulsive phase, correction phase, and we are waiting for an impulsive phase to the upside. Because impulsive phase gives you the market direction. Now, that is based on which time frame you are looking at. If you look at a monthly, weekly, or any long-term chart, you get clear idea that the impulsive move and the trend for this asset is to the upside, and we are waiting for this asset to go to the upside. So if you are waiting for next 2 or 3 market cycle, you would be watching this asset flying so high in terms of price in dollars. Now, yes, inflation can play a huge role in that, reducing the purchasing power in terms of dollar. But if you are looking at the price in XRP, it would be appreciating a hell lot from this particular point. I hope you received value for your time, and if you did, please do support the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. If you would like to extend your support, you can use the Patreon, PayPal or the XRP wallet address given in the description below. And remember, Patreon will always give you more value for any other assets which you have on your portfolio. So guys, I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.